I'm currently working on the floor because I'm in the room that gives the, right next to the sliding glass door, which gives the most amount of light. This is my old past paint mix, so you can kind of see what I do and the colors that I've chosen. Now these two are what I use. These are Walmart brand based acrylic. They are Fire Engine Red and Cantaloupe. I'm not sure if you'll be able to read it because the lighting goes a little funky here at the angle I've got you at. Alright, so what I'm going to do, move this over so it's in the center, is I'm going to pour a tiny little bit. You're not going to be using a lot of this, and you're not going to use all that up, as you can see from my old palette. And then I'm going to do the same amount. I'm going to put it right next to each other because you're going to mix them. But at the same time, you're going to be mixing them. Oops, that's a little bit much. I should have shaken it first. Now, I'm going to be mixing them into water. Now, I'm lazy. Because you only need a few drops, I usually use spit. Now, that may be completely disgusting to you, but honestly, it really works. See? Just need a drop. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take a little bit of coral and a little bit of pink from the brush, and you're going to mix it into that water. It's going to come out looking like a watercolor. See? I'll even pull it up to this so you can see the comparisons. And we're going to do this a little bit until we get the right color. Because you're going to want a little bit more red than coral, but at the same time, you don't want to make it too pink. And see, I'm trying to match it up to this. This was my final product. And now we're going to brush across it like that to make sure that it works. Now, I'm going to move this out of the way a little bit so that I don't accidentally mix her hair in it. Now, I'm going to start applying. Now, this is not like, you don't want it to go on thick, so see, this is too pink. That's too pink. I don't know if you'll be able to really see it in that, but it is. Okay, so what I'm going to do, this is a slightly damp paper towel, wiping it off. Now, you're actually going to be doing that with a dry paper towel if, as you apply it. You're not going to be doing that. Now, I'm adding some more red. Now, you would think that would make it pinker, but let's see. Because I do this a lot. I remix and I go over. Yes, that's not quite the right mix. See? Again, that's too dark. And it might be that I need to add a little bit more coral to it, get it back. And it might be that I need a little bit more that I need a little bit more spit, because that is really too thick. That is look at this. This is really thick. You don't want it to look like that. You want it to look like more like a watercolor. Totally gross. I know. I'm totally grossing you guys out now. But this is really important. Really, really important that you get the right mixture and that it is watered down enough. Because if it's not watered down enough and it's too thick, you're going to have what everybody else does, and it's going to look really weird. Now, let's try this again. See what that's a little bit better. It's too pale. See, that happens sometimes. You gotta work to get the right combination. I always do. There's really no avoiding it for me. I'll load my brush a little bit. Alright, now. There, that's a little bit better. That looks a bit better. Okay, keep mixing it. Alright, let's try that. Coral doesn't want to mix very well with that. Okay, let's try this. Still too pink. I think I'm going to try with the straight, mostly straight, I should say, red. I'm enjoying grossing you guys out, just so you know. It's quite amusing to me. So if you're not, then cool on you. Alright, so this is almost completely straight red with just a tiny touch of what was left on my brush. I'm not cleaning my brush, as you can see, because, yeah, I'm lazy. Okay, so this looks more like watercolor, yeah, and it's closer to the color I was wanting. So I'm going to apply this. Now, I know it looks really bright in at this angle, and that's because of the proper lighting here I've got going. Now I'm actually going to take it off again. Now I know that seems redundant, but I'm going to be using that same color batch. Now I'm going to unload some of what was on my brush, and I'm going to do that again. Dap it. Now I'm going to apply it again. Now that I know I got the right shade, I'm going to apply it a little more. Try to get it a little more evenly than I'm doing at the moment. I'm trying to show you and paint, and I'm holding the doll at the wrong angle. I usually use my leg right here as my balance beam. Here, let's see if I can get this now. Now I'm going to be focusing just on applying. There. Now I'm gonna bring it down because I know some people like to widen their lips a little bit. I usually do it about half the time, depends on the doll. Now, you see how I missed a bit there? You're gonna take the damp paper towel and you're gonna go up, but you notice how this is like almost watercolory. It's not really like dark on her. I don't know if you can tell the difference or not, but see how it looks so much more natural? And what I'm going to do is, now that I've applied it and it's applied in evenly and looks right on her lips, I'm going to actually take the paper towel and I'm going to blot it, just like you would lipstick. And I take that off, see? It's a little bit darker. Now I'm going to do that all over again. There. And bring her lip a little bit down more. There. Now, this is really one of the best ways to apply. They're really because you can take it off and put it on so much easier, and the other thing is it applies so much more naturally. I mean, look at it there. Look at that. Now, because so many people want like the really dark lips. Now, personally, I cannot stand the really dark, because even though there is natural and then there's like blatantly painted. So what we're going to be doing, painted on, is we're going to be darkening it even more, making it even darker, because you know, some people like that. I'm going to keep doing that. And then there, you see, a little bit more darker, and it's going to keep getting darker every time you take it off, reapply, and it's going to actually just like blend into the vinyl. The vinyl's absorbing it a little bit every single time you press on it. Now, don't be scared by this. This also can be washed off if you need to. That's why there's a damp side to that paper towel. Oops, I pulled a little bit. Now, if you get anything on your teeth, well, you just go in and just kind of wedge it in there. And you can do that with a wet paper towel too. It shouldn't hurt her teeth because her teeth are painted on proper by American Girl. And I guess I could actually cover how to repaint those very carefully. And we're going to apply again. And I'm going to go over her top lip because her top lip is pretty light at the moment. And I'm following the same lines that American Girl left me. You know, so I'm not going over anything. I'm not creating new lines